Hello, all. This is Mike from Your Car Dealer Bond. Just wanted to share some information with you. A huge question I get every day is how much does insurance cost? Specifically, there's a handful of states that will write in. California is really one of our big ones. Uh, I've got a series now where we're going to go through step by step through some of the things that are making the biggest uh, cost difference in these policies and basically what a policy should cost these days in 2025. Hope you guys enjoy. So, for some of you that aren't really familiar with Walnut Creek, beautiful little city out in the east Bay of California, it's right across maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes outside of Oakland or so, off to the east. We've got some real, real world scenarios we're going to look at. This particular dealer has been in business 2 years. This particular business has had insurance for 2 years. They've also have it had no claims in the last 3 years. It's kind of big because if you've had a claim, you can imagine how that changes. You're going to be able to get insurance. So if you've had, let's say, a claim, I'd say it's one small shock loss. That's a little different than having several small shock losses. That's also different than having a large shock loss. So you're kind of looking at a couple different things there. But this dealer in particular has had no claims activity. It's just a owner, their spouse. This individual, though, the owner does have two tickets in the last 3 years. It is something, neither of them are major violations, but of course, those kind of things the insurance company is looking at. The inventory, so here's another one. The inventory is not being used for personal use. And what does that mean? What that is that what that means is that these dealers, either the husband or the wife, is they're using the inventory. They're only using it to get it reconditioned, to test drive it, to smog it, that kind of thing. But they're not using any of their inventory vehicles for personal use. That's usually about a $600 to $700 difference, depending on where you're at in the state. Maybe even $800 a year. But at that point, the insurance company is really thinking this dealer is going to sell all their personal vehicles, and they're just going to depend on this insurance policy to cover them day and night for everything they're doing. And of course, they're going to charge you for that type of thing. So that is an option, but they have that selected as no. They're not using their inventory for that purpose. So their flooring company, they do have a flooring company. They do have $100,000 flooring limit. And I'll explain to you how that is relevant in just a second. They've got a $15,000 maximum value for any one vehicle in their inventory. And with Walnut Creek being such an affluent area, it really makes sense, that it's not three, four, five, six, $7,000 sometimes that we see as a maximum value for a vehicle in your inventory. Probably a good point too is that this is not your sale price of a vehicle. This, in fact, is your purchase price. So if you bought it for 10, you recondition it, put $2,000 more into it, you've got a $12,000 claims if that vehicle would, let's say, disappear overnight. So Walnut Creek, this dealer's actually got two different lots. They've got a lot, and they've got inventory in Walnut Creek, $30,000 of inventory in Walnut Creek. They've also got $100,000 in inventory at their second location, which is in Pleasant Hill, a neighboring city, another beautiful little town up in the Bay Area, East Bay Area. But and the Walnut Creek zip code is 94596, whereas the Pleasant Hill zip code, in case you're wondering how close they are to you, is 94523. So these are the separate types. So you can also get an idea of what their operation looks like versus yours. Yours, you might only have 20, 30, $50,000 of inventory, whereas they've got $130,000 of inventory spread between two locations. Um, your max per vehicle may be a little lower. Uh, they have a flooring company called Westlake. They've got $100,000 flooring limit with Westlake. The reason I say that is because most of these companies will mandate you to have at least 66% of your inventory, your flooring limit, covered on your insurance policy, or else they add on their per day, per vehicle charge. So their $100,000 worth of credit limit means that they've got to carry at least 66 grand worth of coverage, which of course they've got well over that. They've got 130 total. The only other factor that's probably super relevant is uh, the fact that this is an unprotected, both of them are unprotected lots. In other words, there's no fencing around, 100% fencing. And I remember back in the days, it used to be that you could get away with having just posts and chains. If they were like a 4 foot post set all the way around and there were chains connecting it, they would give you credit for that being considered protected, but not anymore. You've got to have either a full gate, you've all the way around, 6 foot or higher. Same thing if you want to do a fence, 6 foot or higher, brick, doesn't matter what it's made out of. Um, or it goes into a building, inside a building, and it can't be like 6 cars are left inside the building. One of them overnight will be kept outdoors. That to me, to the insurance company, means that they're all going to be kept outdoors. That's the way that they'll rate you. So in this case, it's an unprotected lot. Uh, and just to give you guys the crazy idea of what this policy costed, uh, to narrow it down, it ended up to be an $1,895 down payment. So $1,895 is the down payment, and then there's monthly payments. 10 of them. They do your down payments your first and your last month, and then from there you have 10 monthly payments. Their 10 monthly payment was $375. Their annual premiums $52.95 should they have decided to pay it in full. So the reason I mention all these things is there's still probably 10, 15 other factors that go into the pricing of this, but just without getting too elongated, these are the things that I'm going to go through step by step in different parts of the state and really give an idea of what it costs, whether you're in Anaheim, whether you're in LA, whether you're in San Diego. I'll give you the exact specs. I'll give you the exact zip code. I'm going to stop short of giving you our customers actual, contact information or even their dealer names or things like that. Um, but outside of that, these are real world scenarios. This is a customer who purchased their dealer insurance with us. And if you'd like to purchase your dealer insurance with us, by all means, calsurety.com. calsurety.com, cal-surety.com is where you can go for a quote. There's a get started button, and then from there, it'll plumb you into either getting a bond quote, surety bond quote if you need that, or if the timing is right for your dealer insurance. Definitely looking to see if we can't help you out in some way, shape, or form, just to give you some numbers. And we're just a family-owned small little company that's trying to help out other dealers that are good-minded dealers. We've got them all over the state, probably at least 300 to 400 on the insurance side, another 300 to 400 on the bond side of it. Uh, Doing quite a bit in the state of California, also writing both in Arizona and Oregon, in Nevada, in Georgia, in Texas, in Utah's a great state. But in Alabama, another one. But those are the states that we really focus on, but specifically California is our wheelhouse. So love to talk to you. My name is Mike from Your Car Dealer Bond. I'm going to leave you with a little something so you can, just the lighter side of the company. And again, we're a family-owned company, probably much like yours is. I started working a full-time gig, did this on the side. It got so big after 6 years or so that I had to really give it full attention. That's the way the business started. But I was a director of operations for an insurance carrier. And so from 9 to 5, my time was spoken for. And then I'd get done. I had a son that was just being born at the time when this business started. And go play dad for a little while. And then once everybody went to sleep, I was building this business. So anyway, that's the backstory on how we came about. And other than that, I hope you enjoy some of the lighter side of the company and some of the things that I like a little more to do in my free time and my hobby stuff coming up. Hope you enjoy.